Yeah, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I went through a little technical difficulties, but they can't hold a good man down. What's up, N.Y.K? How y'all doing, man? We up 1-0, man. So we're gonna be talking some Knicks today, man. And as they prepare for game two against the Hawks tonight in the Garden. And last year, you know what happened, man? We lost the second game, look kind of suspect. So we need that win tonight. All right. So we need that same energy, y'all. So going in this 2026 series, man, my key was the starters, how they set the tone. Because they came out, man. Carl wasn't that aggressive, man, but y'all gotta respect game, man. Carl came out, he got everybody involved. He had a couple of crazy turnovers, man, that I didn't like. But, he came out, he did his thing on the assist tip. He got Brunson involved, and I like how they're using Brunson in other ways. Like I said, he needs to be playing off the ball. And Jalen was off the ball, man. He's looking excellent. He had 19 points in the first quarter. He really set the tone, and that's the most by Nick in playoff history, man. Allen Houston had 18, but Jalen passed him, man, and nobody has ever done what he did, basically. So he, like I said, he's always moving in the history book in that kind of mode, man. Jalen Brunson, he just finds another way to amaze you, man, with 19 points in the first quarter. And you like to see the captain getting off, quick because late in the season he be having a little slump here and there. But in the playoffs, man, it looks like they focus. I really don't see Atlanta even being able to deal with us, man. I don't even think Atlanta is built like that because they don't have a center that can match up with Carl. They don't have anybody that can match up with Brunson. And we have two closers, we have two guys that can take over a game. So, and that's the key point. But that 1-2 punch, it's really going to be good. Like I said, Cat with 25 points, you got to give it up to Cat, the big dog. He came out and he showed his butt. He had 10 to 10 from the line. That means he's being aggressive, man. And that's what you want to see. We always called him soft and everything else. But like I always say, you get that N.Y.K initiation, man. I don't care who you are. You come here, man, and you feel the vibe. You feel the atmosphere in New York, man, on 33rd and 7th, man. That's where it goes down. So, but it was Brunson in the first half, which, we needed. We needed him to come out and set the tone, as he should. As he should. He came out, he set the tone. And then we had Cat, he came through in the second half and did what he had to do, man. You know? So that's the recipe for success with us, New York. You know what it is. We need that 1-2 punch, and they showing it, man. I don't care what they do. When things get rough, you see they reverting right back to the two-man game, which causes all kind of problems for the defense. I don't care whose D it is, because when you got OG out there slashing and dunking on him like he do and hitting threes, he hit them corner threes. We need that from him, but it's basically unstoppable. And I want to shout out to David N.Y.Y, man. You were absolutely right, brother. I agree with you. You said that Mikal Bridges is the X factor because I said I wanted to see OG. I basically said OG was important, which he is. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be crashing on call and they're going to, try to double Brunson. And the boy Daniels, he's a pain in the butt. But you got to have OG when them opportunities come to him. You got to have them out there knocking them down, man, or getting fouls going to the line. But like you're right, brother. I agree with you. Mikal Bridges is the X factor, but not offensively. But he gave us 11 points, man. Big up Mikal. I got to shout him out. He had some great steals. Mikal, you understand? Mikal is that fast break dude. Mikal is going to, you know what I'm saying? He's going to frustrate the other player. He's going to play D, the long armor, the law. So the boy could touch his knee, his ankles standing straight up, man. His arm's so long, bro. So, but Mikal is going to give you that. That's what Mikal do. But like I said, he can't have under 10 points, man. We don't need him to be this big flashy scorer. But Stephen A, you know what I'm saying? Beat it, man. Mikal Bridges is a great asset to the team. This is the Villanova Knicks, man. So we go as he goes. He has to be out there. We got Wingstop. He has to, at least, like I said, give us 10 points to 16 points, man. I'm good with that. I'm good. Mikal, do exactly what you did in game one, man. Just play your game, man. And he was a little more aggressive, too. He was going to the basket, he gave us fast break points, defense, and aggressive going to the basket. That's all you can ask. He just got to hit them corner shots, man. He's going to get them. He's going to get them. So that's going to define everything with us, man. So I respect Josh Hart so much, man. I mean, you look at this guy, man. He's like 6'4", man. He had a low key, quiet 14 rebound game. All right, Josh Hart, man. Big up to Josh, man. So that also went with 11 points he recorded. That was his actual 17th triple double double, pardon me, of the playoffs, his playoff career. So that's a good job, man. Like I said, he's a walking double double, man. Josh Hart. I mean triple double. Excuse me. He's a walking triple double, man. He could score, he could pass, and he rebounds, man. You need a guy like Josh Hart is that guy. You need a guy like that if you're going to win a championship that just does everything, all the little stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? He like a smaller Dennis Rodman, but he could shoot. That's the only thing, man. So big up to Josh, man. He's that guy when it comes to that, man. Like y'all hit me up, let me know what you think, man. Hit me up in the comments section, all right? But listen, OG, we're talking about the third option. OG, he came through. He's a solid third option for us, man. He had 18 points, and that's around his range, man. You need to be in the 18 to 22 points range. All right, because he does everything else. You already know that. OG, he made all his free throws. He went 4 for 4, and he has to be reliable, man. That's what it is. He has to be reliable. The way the defenses are, matching up on Jalen Brunson and Carl Anthony Towns. How they're trying to, that's their main objective, is to stop those two guys. So the others, you always gotta be productive and reliable, man. That's how I see it. All right. But I'm looking at these guys, the Knicks bench. All right. We're gonna talk about the bench, man. And Mike Brown, he's showing us that he's going to a 9-man rotation. And it looks like the eyeballs out are obviously, unfortunately, Alvarado and my guy Diawara, Kumo D. All right. Those are the eyeballs out. I mean, of course, we want to see them, man, but you have to build some kind of, you have to build some kind of relationship with the core guys. And everybody has to know their minutes and time and what they bring to the table. So, they all have to know their roles. And, when you're putting a bunch of guys in there, I mean, we could go 11, man. We could go 11, but that's the thing. But those guys are eyeballs out, so we don't know if that'll change. Based if OG has a bad, like he gets in foul trouble, or Jalen Brunson, because he's always switching on somebody bigger than him, and he can rack up some fouls, but he never really lets it get to that point. So, but it could be different series as we go along. But so I'm looking at Deuce, man, and basically he's trying to work his way back, man. He's trying to work his way back. He had the stomach issue. So we really not tripping on Deuce because he has to, get back into the flow. I think he had about 10 games. So 10 games is not enough of a stretch. We got Deuce back, but before Deuce got injured, Deuce was hitting 45% of his threes. So that's major. If he gets back, we could be basically unstoppable because now you got him out there where he went off. He had a game for like, he had 9 3-pointers. But I'm glad to see Deuce back. But, it's the Deuce Alvarado thing, man. We see what Alvarado could do. But Deuce is not measured by his offense. Deuce is measured by what he does defensively. And that's where his value comes in at. He's a little undersized for me, about 6'2", but he plays with reckless abandonment. All right. And that's why we got him. So Landry Shams, man. I would, and I always say we need a shooter. He's our only pure shooter. Landry Shamit, you're a shooter, bro. And this, I hate to be, repetitive, but he's a shooter. We need him to shoot. I think he's too good to be in the game and only have 3 points. He's an excellent shooter, man. He gets at it on defense. He plays hard. He's a solid player, but I think he should be around the 10-point range to 8-point range, really 12. But I give it to him. Like he's like the second unit though. He should be that option. That's all I'm saying. Because he sometimes he comes in and play with the starters. But Landry, I need you to do a little better, brother. All right. You're solid, man. You work hard on D, but you need to make those shots when they're available to you. And that's all we asking for, man. We don't ask for too much in New York, man. You give effort and we love you, man. All right. Now, when you take a look at Claxton, we brought him in, man, and he's another one with the initiation. He's playing defense now. So, but I think he has a skill set that he can score you about 20 points a game, man. He was a sixth player of the year. So with Clarkson, I don't think there's an excuse, man. You got to bring it, and he is doing it, man. He's like I said, he's playing scrappy D, but I think that he just, he could score off the dribble. He has so many elements to his game, any ways he could score, and when he's on the floor. But like I said, when he's on the floor, should be in double digits, man. That's how I see it. He should be in double digits. He got his 8 points in the first game, so I want to see him step it up to another level. Okay, and what more can I say about Mitch Robinson, y'all? The Raging Cajun, man. He's the bench MVP. Because when Mitchell Robinson comes in the game, man, it's like having a starter coming off the bench. You understand? So when Mitch Robinson comes in the game, I know he's going to give me the rebounds. I know he's going to get the block. And the way he's playing this year, man, he's diving on the floor, man. He wasn't healthy last year. And, he used to go for the little ticky tack foul. I see the discipline in him. What up, Mitch? Shout out to Mitch, man. Mitchell Robinson, 23, man. I really respect his game this year. He's getting the steals, man. He's just showing you everything. Like the effort is there, man. And this is championship effort, y'all. You don't, this is like he's not playing. He's playing around the rim. He's even scoring now, getting your double digits on some nights. So the bench had 20 points, and that's all right. You know what I'm saying? But I want him to be like 26 to 30 points. You got to get that because between OG, you got Cat and Brunson. That's going to be about 80 to 70 to 80 points right there, and the Knicks are averaging about 114 points. So basically, you got to make that difference up, man. All right, and that's what I want to see. So the Knicks, the bench, they got to show up, man. They got to show up. This is a precursor to basically the second round. We got to see what the bench is working with, man. And I feel like we're much better than last year. The bench was terrible last year, man. And this is why Thibodeau didn't play him. But now Mike Brown, I give him credit, man. Listen, I give Mike Brown credit, man. He has his guys. He's going with these four guys I mentioned. And we're gonna keep it like that, man. If it's not broke, don't fix it. All right. So the bench is looking great. And let's just talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. This is what it's about, man. CJ McCullum, man. He's a brain dead dude, man. Like I'm looking at him, he was bounced around from so many teams. He went from Portland and he was traded to the Pelicans. CJ McCullum, I'm talking about. And then he got traded to Washington. But that's not even the worst thing. How you get traded from Washington as a number 10, top 10 pick in 2013, man. So basically, what have you done since 2013, bro? You want to come at my boy Brunson. He's a captain, man. All right. You always been a role player. So for you to say he's Hollywood, you kicked him in the groin, bro. All right. So you don't really measure up to him, man. 10th overall. That's why you've been bounced around from everywhere, man. So what have you been doing since 2013, but basically paying moving companies a fortune because you can't stay in one city, bro. Get out of here, bozo. All right, so it's like what Ti said, man. Just because your head big, that don't mean you're smart, man. He said that in ATL, and that's a perfect thing for CJ McCollum, man. You can never question Brunson's heart, man. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the leading guys. He's taking charges from dudes like 6'10". These big guys like over 250 pounds, man. He's one of the second leaders charging leaders in the NBA. So his work ethic is compared to none, especially you, man. He's an all-star. Even like I said, when he was with Dallas, nobody remembers. He was the one that took them to the finals, man. When Luca was hurt, as usual. Look at what's going on now. Luca hurt. And we found out some other stuff, man. Basically that Detroit is not invincible, man. So, everything is set up right now for the Knicks, man. And you can see that if we just play the way we play, man, we basically are going to be unstoppable, bro. We got the Atlanta Hawks tonight, man. We're gonna see what it is, man. You open up a can of whip ass now. I want y'all to subscribe to the channel, man. Help me out, man. Support the channel for exclusive content, more content, and we can get this thing popping, man. All right. And I just want to say, man, thanks to all the new subscribers and thanks to all the old subscribers. If you're not subscribed, man, subscribe to the channel, man. We got more for you, all right? For the true Knicks fans, uh, LIE, man. Enjoy the game tonight. I'm gonna say peace, y'all.